the Sunday school with Chief Pontiac. Look, I don't get offended if people don't understand what I'm doing. It's above their pay grade. That's like the general getting mad at the foot soldier for not knowing what's on the other side of the hill before the general tell them to to storm the hill. He don't know because he don't have all of the information the general got. And the general have to explain it to the soldier in a way that he understands that the general is competent to send you to take the hill. The recon has been done. The reconnaissance for this redemption go all the way back to Prince Hall, Blue House, and then come Noble Drew Ali Red House. Then come all of the leaders that follow, laying out the parameters of this moral and dogma dynamic of a religious controversy in the chapter of misery that leads to the redemption process, which takes us down the yellow brick road to see the Wizard of Oz. Oz means strength, right? And the Wizard of Strength is the Wizard of the most wisdom. So you want to know who's supposed to be behind the curtain? You got to get the false motherfuckers from behind the curtain first, and then you can put Big Mama back in her rightful position. When I gave y'all the Empress, then the Masonic lodges, that was called lifting the veil. The veil is to conceal who the Great Mother is. My job as one of the chiefs is to reveal what's been concealed. All the shit that they told y'all before that y'all didn't know, I can't put all that shit together so you understand exactly what's going on, right? And the obstacle is the way, says Ryan Holiday, right? And the first order of business is y'all must have forgotten never outshine the master. So now y'all coming in and y'all want to go up against the master, self-raised masters, half cocked with no motherfucking juice. It took me 5 years of building up a receipt reservoir where you can go back and look at every fucking thing I'm telling y'all. You can go back and review everything from the fucking slave trade narrative, who did it, where they did it at, where they came up with the plot. I'm telling you it was an academic plot. So if I'm telling you an academic plot, I got to be able to identify by which university, academia, put this motherfucking puzzle together called the slave trade. And I did that because the slave ship that they gave us, then the diagrams is the blueprint for the cathedral of Notre Dame University. It's a perfect overlay. That means that when they decided to come up with this slave narrative, the scholars that wrote it came from Notre Dame. Notre Dame is the Dame of the North, and the Dame of the North is frozen on a pole. If she froze on a pole, that means she wasn't no motherfucking stripper. That means she wasn't moving. She was holding a post. And where she was, ice is. And if ice is where she was at, then she must be Isis. And if she's Isis, then it ought to tell us where she fell. So I fell is the tower in the Parthenon of Isis, which is the city of Isis, right? And if it's the city of Isis and it's in France and the same motherfucker that erected the Eiffel Tower gave you the Statue of Liberty, but she's bound and a drag queen. And y'all don't know that all of these homosexual pedophile drag priests that wear dress is supposed to be a woman. Look up the whole name of Paris. It's called the Parthenon of Isis. Par Isis for short. Par Isis, even shorter, is Paris. And so we are on a move Ain't no stopping us now. Bible song. We on the move. Now that y'all see us on the move, you got a bunch of people that's moving around, but they not going nowhere. They're just making blind, aimless moves. The blind can't tell you what the path look like because they can't see it. And ain't none of them motherfuckers Eli from the book of Eli. Ain't none of them motherfuckers walking around as a hafiz memorizing the entire scripture. Right? So, I mean, you can say what you want, you can do what you want, but produce something. If you don't want me to go get Malachi, tell me what you doing to go get him. Tell me what you doing. He been in there all this time. I'm just now receiving an opportunity to do something in the front of the people to help see how Malachi supposed to come out of this bondage from these trumped up COINTELPRO charges, right? I'm offering up a solution, and then these motherfuckers is trying to tear me down. Y'all shooting at a juggernaut. I'm the motherfucking baddest motherfucker ever born. You shooting at a juggernaut. Your little puny ass rubber bullets is not gonna do nothing to interfere with my progress, but it's gonna interfere with yours. We see you too, Black Devils. Oh man, that's good. That's really good.
The punch.
Mm-hmm. It's a tastes like lemonade, strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, it's cranberry mango.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. So at some point, we don't know who. Take me out the equation. Some nigga gonna come along and say, God ain't no man, God is a woman. Then the next thing they're gonna say is, not only is God a woman, the earth is supposed to be in the custody of the women. Well, how can you prove that? Mitochondrial link to the earth? Okay. Now he gonna tell you, if you want freedom, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and you gotta do this. Ain't none of these motherfuckers telling us how to get free. None of them. The only motherfucker that gave a comprehensive plan to rebuild the clans and actually done it is Elijah Muhammad and Malachi York. Nobody else started from scratch, built a whole tribal nation in the midst of the enemy. What did the book that they brought over here say that we was going to have to do in order to win? We was going to have to be bold and brazen enough to set our plates in the presence of our own enemies without regard for them, without being respected as persons. Ain't gonna be no big eyes and no little U's. And the feminine, what they call the meek in the book, the meek shall inherit the earth. How in the fuck is the meek gonna inherit the earth if all of the motherfucking men is lost? One of them motherfuckers got to make sure that these sisters get their shit back, right? So all these motherfuckers want to tear down a motherfucker that's doing something for the people, doing what's right, and falsely accuse a motherfucker of some shit with no, and they not doing nothing. See, now Farrakhan came out and told me to sit my ass down because I was a fraud, then I would probably consider that. Because he been doing something. See, everybody be wanting to talk about, well, if Farrakhan fought for us, why he ain't dead? Y'all ain't never heard of the FOI? Y'all ain't never did no research on the FOI? Y'all don't know how these motherfuckers is the top security in the world. The only motherfuckers that was ahead of them in ranking of being effective was some motherfuckers called the Secret Service. Now watch them niggas. Watch them motherfucking Secret Service bow ties from neckties turn into bow ties. How in the fuck is that possible? Why they gonna stop wearing their neckties and start wearing bow ties? Somebody got to be taking some shit over. So I'm gonna tell you like this: if I'm not doing what's necessary, Farrakhan doing it. Now, how about that? If I'm not doing what's necessary, Farrakhan doing it. So if he the only other motherfucker that's doing anything that can benefit us as a people without the aid and resources of the enemy. Everything he did been of the people, for the people, and by the people of the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam has built themselves up to be a beacon. In every one of our neighborhoods is some fruits there. They the only ones on the whole land that's in every fucking community and made alliances with every motherfucking so-called gang, which is actually a tribe that was renamed by the government in order to disparage the leadership and the people to the people. You want to follow the story your enemy gave you and think your enemy gonna tell you how to get free. All the time, the ones of us that's really telling you how to get free, you want to push them to embrace your enemy. You want us to go fucking vote in an election that don't got nothing to do with the tribes. We outlaw tribes. We don't got no motherfucking treaties with these bitches. That's why we running them the fuck off the land and reclaiming our shit according to the process that our elders laid out for us. For some of y'all don't know what it looked like. I'm trying to show y'all, but you got these other motherfuckers that come along and want to try to undermine the process. It's not going to work. You can't stop what's coming. Big Mama done been revealed, you know. So, this message for Sunday school is this. If you know what you're doing, keep doing it. If you don't know what you're doing, be still. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's fine. If you don't understand what I'm doing, that's fine. If you don't think I'm doing what you want me to do, that's your problem. But if you know that I'm doing what our ancestors told us to do, you're supposed to be doing the same shit I'm doing from the direction of your perception. When you not doing what you supposed to be doing to free us, you can't say nothing about what Rod Hayes doing. You can't disparage Chief Pontiac, certified war chief, Ottawa Nation, inherited by an old Mississippian who walked the land in the place of Chief Pontiac. You can't do that. You can try, but it's going to be a fruitless pursuit, and it's going to be rooted in ignorance, right? So I don't have no problem with nobody, but they got a problem with me. I haven't even begun to be a problem yet. I haven't even begun to be a problem yet. Big Mama said it's all right to be a problem, but Larry said, wait a minute, we not done brain banging yet. We won't be done brain banging until we see these chiefs walking the land. Malachi is the president of the tribes, the Confederation of Tribes, right? And the Empress, she is the mother of all tribes, which by default make her the mother of all lodges, which tells you that in the shrine, this is your Black Madonna. And the veil of the shrine has been lifted, right? So it don't matter how much you know. If you don't know what to do with it, you're wasting your time. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what a pretender to the throne is. I know exactly what they have to do to seize a position of power. And I'm just following the steps. People think I come to give people dictation on how they should live their life. I'm not here for that. I don't care how you live your life. I don't care what you do with your life. My only advice is to try to live your best life, right? Because if you're striving to live your best life, then nature is going to put people in your path that's going to assist you to grow and assist you to expand and assist you to experience bliss in the physical form. That's what they call bringing heaven to earth. So anybody that think I don't know what I'm doing, show me. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about, show me. Don't come on here heckling a motherfucker. I'm not a comedian. I don't have to deal with hecklers in the audience. I will deal with them. I will roast their ass. I will get in because I'm with all the bullshit. But it's only one problem. I'm brain banging right now. Catch me when I'm gang banging, and we can settle this shit however you want to do it. We can have a fist fight, a brick fight, a stick fight, a knife fight, a mic fight, however you want to do it when we get done brain banging. But right now, my chief asked me to perform a function based off a particular set of skills that I developed over a prolonged period of time in the library researching and studying. Right? He needed me to put the tribes back together by revealing who the Great Mother is to the people and fighting on behalf of the political prisoners so all of the rest of the chiefs that's held in abeyance and interrupted from performing their chiefly duties to their clan can be put back at the head of the families, because that's all they is. When we say tribe, we're talking about a family. So all of the young chiefs, up and coming chiefs, we're gonna be having summits, leadership summits, where we get together and we figure out what resources is needed in what area, right? And don't forget, for those who might be having problems with Instagram, I'm simulcasting on Holistic Herb Paradise on YouTube, right? So if it ain't coming in clear on your system, you got another alternative means to catch it. Yep, they some programmed ass niggas, programmed to their own detriment. What did he do with the? Hey, Rod. Hold on, I gotta grab this ass track. Look, it's easy to tear a motherfucker down when you working against progress. It's easy to tear a motherfucker down. You know what the hard part is? The hard part is knowing that the people that you fighting for is the same motherfuckers trying to tear you down. And it's the audacity of leadership. You got to be willing to fight for a motherfucker that's not going to fight for you. Not only are they not going to fight for you, they're going to fight you as the leader and try to tear you down in front of the world. But you still got to fight for their freedom just because it's the right thing to do, not because you like the motherfucker. Right? When they say no big eyes, no little U's, and no respect to a person, that's what they talking about. You got to fight for a motherfucker who gonna talk about you bad, who gonna spit in your face, shit in your food, piss on your table. You still gotta fight for them to be free, the same as you gotta fight for the ones that support you to be free. Look, I don't even own a set of wheels. I finally got something I've been waiting on to set my headquarters up, and I can't even move right now because I gotta raise enough money on my own to go get a truck. I ain't tripping. I'm not asking the motherfucker for nothing. But if I was doing this shit and trying to get money off Malachi's name, I would have had more than enough to buy a couple of trucks. I have not monetized any page I have. My Instagram or my Facebook has ever been monetized. Only reason why I gave people my Cash App is because people asked for my Cash App and wanted to support the work of liberation of our people and decided on their own that they wanted to support me. In the priesthood, a real priest don't solicit money, but he has to accept a donation if it's offered, because that's called reciprocity, and it's the cycling of energy. It's the cycling of benevolent energy that everybody can benefit from. This is why I don't ask for shit. Nigga, I will sit in the park with no food and just the clothes on my motherfucking back until this shit is done, if that's what's required. I'm not in this motherfucking shit for no money. This shit ain't making me no motherfucking money. I'm doing this shit to free my people. But y'all can't see that part because all of the motherfucking charlatans that came begging for money, y'all think just because y'all see a cash app, a motherfucker asked for something. I didn't ask for anything. I never asked any. All of the knowledge I'm giving back has already been paid for by my sister and my brother. They the ones bought all them thousands of books while I was locked up when I couldn't read because the library didn't have enough books. And they didn't have the topics and the subjects we needed, so I got to order my own books. They already paid for this shit. I'm giving it away free, and motherfuckers still got to find some negative ass shit for it. Motherfuckers still got to find something negative to say. I'm giving away free game, free knowledge. Anybody can use it to their advantage. But you got motherfuckers that want to tear me down because a motherfucker asked for my cash out. Or when I go do Brother Rich show or Young Elder, they say, hey, the brother don't do this for money, but if you want to support him, here's his cash out. I made it perfectly clear when the first show I was on Young Elder and the first show I was on Brother Rich. I'm not in this shit for no money. This shit can't pay me enough. Right? And the reason I'm not in it for money is because they'll never offer me enough to sell out. Because I ain't doing it for money. If you're doing it for money, there's a price that you will sell out. But when you're not doing it for money, there's no price they can offer you because money's not the problem. Money's not the subject. Money's not the motivator. Right? The motivator for me is 16 years in prison for some shit I did. Imagine what it's like being in there for 20 plus years, 30 years, 40, 50 years for some shit you didn't do. For some shit that the government orchestrated, lied on you about to your people, and your own people turned on you because the government lied on you. But because the government wear uniforms, you think they more legitimate than the actual people from the land. I don't know where y'all get this from, but the enemy has trained y'all well to hate yourself so much that if it looked like you about to get free from the slave system, that you will turn into an Agent Smith, go into overdrive to kill Neo, whoever he may be, whether he was Malachi Z. York. Look, they use sex cases. I'm going to say this again. Because the allegation is the evidence. You don't need no other evidence in the sex case because the allegation is the evidence. Right? But when you find out that there's no sexual contact possible between these people, because who's ever contacting these kids sexually got a genetically traceable strain of herpes that Malachi don't got. Malachi don't have herpes. But y'all don't know how to read paperwork, so y'all don't know where to look in order to find out if the brother really did the shit or if it's made up. Right? I can't speak on polite situation, but I can speak on Brother Rashad. Rashad Jamal was set up for a trade-off. He was set up for a trade-off for a music career. To undermine his divine energy and his divine insight, somebody wanted to replace his ascending music career, so they sacrificed his ass and made this shit up. And the ringleader of that shit was Isis Wisdom. That's why she slid up under him and made him cut off everybody that could give them the spiritual support that'll pull the veil off that bullshit and let them see it for what it is. The motherfucker Remedy H, I don't know him. I don't listen to him. I don't know nothing about him. I seen him one time. Somebody sent me his video. He went to Anu Boys. He not staying here. He'll tell you that. When the ships come, wherever the fuck they coming from, he gonna be on one. I'm not gonna be on. I'm Earthborn. I'm from here, right? And since I'm from here, I'm gonna tell y'all. Remedy H had enough spiritual power to give the spiritual support to Rashad Jamal to block the shit Isis Wisdom was doing. So she made him turn on him too, right? Everybody that could have gave him the spiritual support system, she told him to cuss that motherfucker out and tell him what it is, because she the highest rank angelic in the realm, which was some bullshit, because she would have knew who he was the minute she seen me. The same way that Malachi know who I am, Farrakhan know I am, that bitch would have knew too. How you gonna be the highest ranked angelic in the realm and don't know who the responsibility of putting the great mother back on their throne? That's not possible. You can't be the highest ranked angelic and then the information is above your pay grade. You have to, if you're the highest ranked angelic, that is your pay grade. Then you wouldn't need to overcharge people, talk about you got a select clientele, giving motherfucking $40 Yoni things for $1,400 because your name is Isis Wisdom. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Look, anything Isis Wisdom say, she stole it. She's an international knowledge thief. She goes sit and listen to everybody else come back and pass that shit off like she came up with it on her own. She a whole fraud. And I said it, I meant it. And she's so much of a fraud and so much of a detriment to our people that if I seen her in person, I can't guarantee that this right not gonna fly up in her mouth.
Right. Aren't these the two colors that's blend right here?
The purple and the red.
The purple out. These two. Does that?
Yeah, blue like and red make purple.
Does this look like the logo right here?
It's hard to say.
Because this one is out now. So it would have to be these two, not these two, right?
Oh, so the Ravens did lose.
They lost. Yeah, you were right. But now the other team is this one, or it's going to be the two red teams.
All I know is when I seen the flyer that the NFL put out, Detroit wasn't one of the teams that they advertised is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You all right over there?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Detroit wasn't one of the teams.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the course of these events that y'all see unfolding, I just got on the Malachi release information. I got permission to put it out last week, and nobody else had it. The Empress gave it to me because she said, "You gonna know what to do." My first order of business was to put it in the. I'm not Larry Hoover. I'm one of his soldiers. I'm a Larry Hoover growth and development soldier. I was trained through the literature of growth and development, what we call the Blue Book, right? For those who want to know, like the teacher, the literature teacher for the disciple nations is on TikTok, and his name is Shorty Bible, right? Shorty Bible he was the youngest one of Larry Boys. He was the youngest one of Larry Boys to memorize the entire book of literature. Excuse me. He is in the Nation of Growth and Development, the same as a Hafiz would be in Islam, right? So right now, we need the tribes, people, because there ain't no big eyes, no little. All of us, all of our input is equally valuable. Oh, and this is something y'all need to know. The hashtag that we put out to let the chief speak and to raise the matriarchy. #01 let the chiefs speak. #00 raise the matriarchy. Those are two hashtags, right? They've been blocking them. People send me photographs where Instagram, Facebook has been blocking the hashtag. That's good news, because it means that the hashtag is such a invaluable asset to us that they got to try to interfere with it because it's working. And the obstacle is the way, right? Yep, they block both of them. And they say that they go against community standards, but they don't say nothing vile. They don't say nothing vulgar. They just say, let the chief speak and raise the matriarch. It's 01, let the chief speak. That means from Omega to Alpha, right? And let the chief speak. And the 00 mean from the prime creator mother to Mother Earth. The O represents the portal of life, the uterus. The double zeros is from the source to the mother of the earth to raise the matriarchy. These is activating of a power source, and AI is aware of it. So once the hashtag start gaining momentum, AI went into overdrive in order to shut it down. So now they blocking the hashtag, saying, yep, 01, let the chief speak. 02, raise the matriarchy. I'm going to pin this for those. Right. It wouldn't even let me pin it. I'm trying again. There we go. Right. So when y'all can go, if y'all do it in the comments on videos, on Instagram or on videos on YouTube, if they let y'all, keep pushing those hashtags, because we already got them in the Hucklebuck.
Showing it where?
What you looking at?
For the chat.
Oh, I didn't even know it was active on here.
Oh, you didn't tag nobody in the YouTube, so it probably what they probably
done. See what's the comments?
Oh, comments, yeah. There you go, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So right
there
now,
you go. You got control now.
I didn't even know that was on there.
Yeah.
I can look in there.
You can pull up whatever you need to now and show it on YouTube. If you need to pull something up, and all of Dr. York books is right here and here, so you can pull all of them up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to go see if any of them got the Empress name, because Malachi wrote about Empress Redbird, because when she went to Egypt, they showed her the scroll that he wrote about her in and what he said.
Yeah, I got mostly all of them. You can open it up and look.
So I gotta find how he mentioned her, but it is known.
There you go, you go down.
Mm-hmm. It is known by the Nubians that Malachi already said that it would be a woman that would come to get him out.
There. You can click right there. Go back.
Yeah.
That's all his books you can leave.
I ain't finna go into them right now.
Okay.
Where we at? Yeah. So Malachi already told the Nubians that it was gonna be a woman that released him. And he already said that it was gonna be the creek, the Muskogee Creek, that come get him. He just said the creek. I say Muskogee Creek because that's how it's written in the paperwork for the tribes that's associated with the Yamasee that is responsible for the release of Malachi. You got specific tribes that got specific functions. So he already then told us who coming, which tribe is authorized to come and get him when they don't want to listen. They already have protocols set up. I don't know what they all are. I do know that if the people allow us to do our work, and that the hecklers can go heckle somewhere else while we do what we're doing, and let the people see the movement of the clans, they will recognize that Malachi not going to be in there no prolonged period of time as of dealing with it now. We still got to negotiate with people that don't want to respect our rights. They don't want to respect our rights. They don't want to respect our jurisdictional authority. We still got to fight them motherfuckers until there's no more left to fight. They're going to try to resist as much as they can. So just like Malachi's supposed to have been out in 2019, right? Here he is in 2024, still trying to get him out. I didn't have access to the information that I needed to try to get him out in 2019. So I had to build up until the information landed in my lap that allowed me to exercise the blood and the right to redeem Malachi. But first I had to prove, one, that the COINTELPRO operation is why he was in there, and that two, I am following a specific set of rules and regulations laid down called a redemption process to break us free from the legal fiction called the American corporation. So if y'all don't realize that, then y'all not ready to be free. I'm ready for my free. I don't need no president because I don't need no another slave master. Right? So they can, the elections is not going to go off like y'all think. That shit not going to happen this year. I'm glad to be the one to tell you, right? There ain't gonna be no motherfucking 2024 presidential election of something called the United States of America, because that shit is all defunct now. The only reason why they acting like they still in power is because you got people that's from the clans that's holding them in the seat of power by refusing to let these motherfuckers lead. They fighting tooth and nail to keep the oppressor over them rather than let the oppressor go and stand up under our own vine and fig tree and exercise our sovereign rights as sovereign organic individuals born of Mother Nature to be able to redeem ourselves on the land by following the redemption process laid down by the ancestors. They gave us everything back in the Indigenous Rights Act and the Indigenous Rights Act of the United States of America. When they gave it back, but it's contingency up on something specific. Follow your culture, you can claim it. Don't follow your culture, we won't honor it. If you follow your culture, you can claim it. If you don't follow your culture, we won't honor it. That's all they're telling us in the document. I've been telling people for 3 years now, read the Indigenous Rights Act, read the Indigenous Rights Act, read the, I sound like a broken record. Read the continuity of government. You got to see it on the face of the document. It also tells you the tribes are involved. Stockholm Syndrome Negroes. Exactly right. Motherfucking post-traumatic slave mentality. They can stay slaves as long as they want. Just don't expect or require me, because I refuse to bow down to some motherfuckers that's inferior to me in all respects. I came to get my sisters a shit, and then I want mine. But I'm not worried about mine. That's why I keep telling y'all motherfuckers I'm not doing nothing for no money. These YouTube channels don't pay, but y'all act like that a motherfucker doing work don't have no right to compensation for the work they done. Like y'all running a record company, like y'all named Puff Daddy or some shit, or Jimmy Iovine, or Jerry Heller, or motherfucking Clive Davis. Y'all want a motherfucker to do all this work for free. Y'all want no motherfucker to be able to offset the cost of bringing this shit to you, taking up the time of their day. You want a motherfucker to give it up for free, and then it's not the people that y'all want ain't capable of bringing you what you want because y'all didn't properly support them when they was giving it to you. Now that I come along, y'all think that the people that I go on their show that got a podcast channel making millions of dollars off my little video. It's not happening, Captain. It's not. This shit don't pay like you think. $3,000 ain't no motherfucking money. $10,000 ain't no motherfucking money. And y'all motherfuckers talking about a motherfucker is doing this shit for money. That's not no money. Look, $3,000, I can't even buy all my god kids a birthday present that costs $1. That ain't no motherfucking money. And y'all talking about a motherfucker. Young girl, they're not doing this shit for money. If he was doing this shit for money, he would definitely be doing something different. Because our people don't pay for freedom. We don't pay for motherfuckers fighting for us. We pay for motherfuckers that come to entertain us. We pay for motherfuckers come to steal for us. We gladly give money up for all that shit. But we ain't gonna give a motherfucker a dime that's coming to get us our free, that's coming to fight for us. We not gonna support him. If that nigga stand up for us, we gonna leave him standing by himself. And that's why niggas can't get nowhere. That's why niggas don't get nowhere. Motherfuckers can't be doing no liberation work with money as the underlying. Malcolm didn't have no money his whole tenure. From the time he got out of prison to the time he departed the physical form, Malcolm didn't have no money. And motherfuckers still don't respect the fact that you can't get nothing done in the white man's world without finance. And it said best by the Moors, it takes finance to uplift the nation. But y'all think because a motherfucker doing like this shit is prepaid. The knowledge I give away for free is already paid for. Right? If a motherfucker send me a donation, that's just to say, hey, brother, I'm grateful. I appreciate what you was doing. And this is how I show my gratitude. Other than that, I don't want your motherfucking money. I don't want you to pay me for a lecture. People be sending me money for for a consultation. I keep telling motherfuckers, I'm not doing this for money. So if you're trying to send me money for a consultation, you might be pushed to the bottom of the list to the ones who know how to call on their own and don't worry about, you can give me a donation. I don't mind that, but I'm not finna charge you for shit. I don't charge for the knowledge I give away. Young Elder don't charge for the editing and the knowledge and the organizing that he got to do behind the scenes while he taking care of his whole fucking family. He ain't making no motherfucking money off this shit. Anybody that think that is a real naive, brain dead, Novocaine brain ass motherfucker. Right? So the Sunday school is to beware that it's a lot of motherfuckers out there that claim to be for us. And if they see us making progress, the first motherfuckers to tear us down. They don't come from nowhere else. They don't look no different than us. We get more support from the motherfuckers not looking like us to follow the redemption process to get liberation. But the motherfuckers that look like us, if we not doing shit the way they want us to do it, then they got to try to tear us down because they don't want to see somebody else do what they don't know how to do. So the ignorant tear down the motherfucking informed because they don't got the information to do the work because they didn't do their due diligence to self-educate. When they say self-raised master, they mean a motherfucker that taught himself I had to teach myself how to read before I could even get started. One of my BD homeboys gave me his dictionary because I was asking my motherfucking nation tutor, Everett X. I was like, hey, man, what this word mean? What this word mean? He said, you ain't got no dictionary? I was like, no. He said, you need a dictionary. I come up the motherfucking hall. The BD brother step out. He said, hey, folks, take this one. You can have my dictionary. Big ass dictionary. That motherfucker looked like grandma family Bible. It was big as hell. Stacked, it was like two of them stacked on top of each other. And I had to learn words. I had to learn etymology. I had to learn definitions. I had to learn syntax and context. I had to learn paradigms and paradigm shifts. I had to learn all that shit. I didn't go to nobody university. So when I was trying to come get my people, they said, nigga, you ain't got no alphabets. I said, I know I ain't got no alphabets because I raised my motherfucking self. I got a GED, a guerrilla educational degree. Use guerrilla tactics to educate myself. Only difference between guerrilla education and guerrilla warfare is the motherfucking method by which it is being utilized. I'm using my guerrilla education to do some guerrilla warfare, brain banging from the orders of my chief, Larry Hoover. You don't gotta like it. You don't even gotta respect it, but you're gonna get ran the fuck over by it. Because I'm gonna stand in the position of right with the blood and the right to tell the truth and liberate the people with this double-edged sword. Because I can cut your motherfucking ass down or I can cut you free. It's up to you which one you get cut. You either gonna get cut free from your bondage or you gonna get cut the fuck down for your wickedness. It's up to you. I don't mind. I'm with the shits. I'm with all that. But right now I can't do the crazy shit. I can't meet you under the street light at 12 at midnight to box your motherfucking ass in front of the neighborhood and see who the last man standing. I can't do that right now. That's not what my chief told me to do. I know how to take orders and I know how to give orders. And if I don't know how to take orders, I'll never be fit to give orders. And so I'm following the work path that's laid down, the instructions given by my chief, by Malachi York, by Larry Hoover, by King David Barksdale. I'm following a whole lot of motherfucking instructions, and there's so many of them that it make my path narrow. And now I understand why they say narrow is the path, right? That it is easier for it's easier for an elephant to pass through the eye of a needle for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. I'm broken a motherfucking joke right now. I don't give a fuck. I would live in a cardboard box behind the liquor store, telling the truth from the position of right if necessary to get my people free. I will go shovel shit at the barns and stables if that's the job that it takes to free my people. I'm not too proud to step out and put my motherfucking head out there for my people to get free. It's just that my people have been so deluded over the years that they believe that nobody that look like us is coming to get us, and I ought to be looking for a stringy hair hippie in the Philharmonic Orchestra to ride down on the cloud and swoop us up and take us to great by and by heaven in the sky. That shit ain't gonna never happen. That shit ain't gonna never happen. And it's always been told throughout the annals of history that when God comes, he always raised one of us up to talk to us. I'm a raised motherfucker. I've been well raised with good manners, good etiquette, good perception, good insight, right? But a lot of people want to tear me down for it. They've been calling me crazy since I was a baby because I used to see shit they couldn't see. And I used to have prophetic dreams and they didn't like it. So they started saying he's strange, he's weird. Don't fuck with him, he be seeing shit. I don't give a fuck. I didn't come in this motherfucker with no friends and I might not leave with none. But I'm gonna tell you this. Yep, a Philharmonic hippie. Jesus on the cloud. Jesus is on the main line. The main line is a direct connect from the portal of life to the great motherfucking creator. Because you got to go through that portal to get here. And that's the only direct link to prime source in the physical world as the uterus. That's why Dr. Ben say heaven is between the legs of a black woman. He's talking about the first woman that produced us all, mitochondrially speaking. We all mitochondrially connected to the 12 daughters of Isis or the sisters of Eve. No matter how you look at it, it's a mitochondrial dominant link to the earthborn and the earth that keeps us here. So when Atlas shrug and shake off the parasites, a lot of you niggas gonna be left behind. Remember the Left Behind series? Y'all gonna be left the fuck behind. Y'all gonna be stuck in a different paradigm on a different earth, but you're gonna think that we all still here with you. We ain't. We going to the fifth dimensional mind spirit matrix to be lived out in the 3D fixed position reality as heaven on earth. That's where we going. But where some of you motherfuckers is going with your backbiting, your undermining, you're stealing from the righteous, you running con games on the righteous. You think that we not seeing this shit because we don't care if you have what we have. We don't take our possessions over the love of our people. We take the love of our people over the love of the possessions. And some of you motherfuckers got the message mixed up as a baby, and you thought that the shit was supposed to be the other way around. It ain't. Right? So we out of the infinity loop. They took us motherfucking 72,000 years to get out of the infinity loop. That's a bad motherfucker. All of the masters came knocking on this reality, couldn't figure out why we came ascend. We supposed to have been ascended. We supposed to have been ascended thousands of years ago, but we keep running through these cycles. And it's only one way out, and nobody couldn't figure it out. Finally, they asked me if I could. So I did. They told me it was almost impossible. I said, if almost impossible, that means I stand a chance. They said it's like unscrambling a scrambled egg. They say, well, go back to the plane of force where the egg was created and you can unscramble that motherfucker. They said, oh, you won for the job. You won for the job. Brain banging 101. The first rule of brain banging is disregard the naysayers because they will distract you from your purpose. Anybody distract you from your purpose will lead you off your path. And anybody leads you off your path is the devil to you and anybody you working to support, aid, and assist. And what you need to do with the devil is treat him like the devil and bruise his motherfucking head. That's all my message. You see him, bruise his head. That's all it is. So now we at the part where all the tribes about to be known. The chiefs of the tribes gonna have to be seen. All of the people, I keep telling y'all, the culture requires for the clansmen to request that the chief give a report to the people of the land. When we redeeming the process, when the process of redemption is in play, one person can't call the chief to the forefront. It has to be what you call in modern politics, it has to be a mandate. A mandate is pretty selfish.
You sit it right behind you.
Yep, I'll be ready 1 minute.
Oh, shit.
Almost done over here.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So if we can't figure out what it is we need to do, we need to sit down until we know. And if somebody else is trying, either support them or get out their way and let them do what they're doing. When you understand what they're doing, then you can either help them or hinder them. But I was hoping it would be the help instead of the hindrance. And it is what it is. This right knowledge, this sound right reasons. This is Arati, the unshakable. And I don't care what you say about me. I don't got no ego. You call me whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. You can say what you want, just spell my name right. Right? So everybody need a chance to experience love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in their lifetime. Many people has left this earth without experiencing love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Many people has left this earth victims to an oppressive system that had nothing to do with them, right? We was at war. We was at war with an enemy that was very skilled in conjure magic. They made us step our game up. They made us step our game up so much that they called me from the dark side because I didn't have no intentions of coming here. I didn't have no intentions of coming. I didn't want to be here. I didn't have no motherfucking desire to come fight for a bunch of motherfuckers that's gonna fight you for fighting for them. I didn't want to help no motherfucker that was gonna try to tear me down for helping them. I didn't want to do nothing to free a motherfucker that was gonna lock me up for trying to free them, right? But when Big Mama called, she said, "Baby boy, you don't even want to know the answer." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm on my way." When I got here, didn't like the energy, earth wasn't right. And I've been trying to figure out how to fix it since I was born. I remember being born, I remember being in the womb. I got holographic, intergalactic 19th dimensional mind matrix memory. I can read Akashic records. Right now I'm doing one particular task. I'm trying to get Malachi. I'm working on the Malachi thing because everybody before me didn't get it done because he's still there. Everybody that say I don't know what I'm talking about didn't get it done because he's still there. I haven't seen any of them, not one, produce what they were doing to free Malachi. What did you do to free Malachi? Because I didn't see it, I have to assume they didn't do anything. I have to assume they didn't do anything until I see something they done. But they all telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I ain't the one to bring the great mother to come get Malachi. But I didn't produce the mother, the allodial title, and the orders to go get Malachi, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Make this shit make sense. I don't know how they're gonna make it make sense. Yeah, I'm not in the cave, so the lighting is a whole lot different from when we're in the cave. But I'm gonna wrap this up, family. I'm about to go on check out the Detroit Lions. I'm not really big into watching sports, but since I'm over here with my brother and he watching it, I'm gonna watch it too. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Share the information, and when y'all see them black devils in there, all you gotta do, you gotta have no dialogue with them. Just say, "We see you too, black devil." Tag their ass so when the shit over with, and I go back and look, I know exactly where they at, and I can go deal with them motherfuckers. All you gotta do is tell them motherfuckers, "We see you too, black devil." Cause it ain't, look, the pink motherfuckers, the pale faces, the ones that been fighting for Rod Hayes. That fucked me up. All our people, before any motherfucker knew who I was, motherfuckers that looked like me threw me away. And I'm listening to my mama say you can't throw people away like trash. And the niggas said, "We don't want nothing to do with you. You coming on that smart shit and that muscle shit." I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I can't even. So if you see me in a group of pink motherfuckers, just know them motherfucking pink motherfuckers fought harder for me than the motherfuckers that look like us. The motherfuckers that look like us been at my head since I can remember. They've been at my head since I can remember. Right? And my mama used to tell me, you can't worry about what color they use. You worry about who loyal to you. Because if you know where their loyalties lie, you know where their liberation can come. And so I don't want to hear nothing about no racism, sexism, If you think you better than a woman, then go ahead and be better than a woman in your own lane. Leave me out of that shit. Cause ain't nan one of you motherfuckers gonna pop your gird, squat, and produce a child, male or female. It's not gonna happen. That's what Enlil and Big Mama got into it about in the first place. And that new told his dumb ass. Mitochondria rules the earth realm. If you go down there with that patriarchal shit, it ain't gonna go well for you because they got this little motherfucker down there, the little nappy head motherfucking raisin head boy that will tear your ass up if his big mama sick him on you. All right, so with that, Sunday school is officially over, and I'll be looking for any questions I can answer after. Right now, I ain't really trying to do a whole bunch. I'm just trying to get Malachi. That's it. Because once we produce Malachi, that'll shut a whole bunch of motherfuckers up. I'm going to tell you that if it don't do nothing else. It's going to shut a whole bunch of motherfuckers up. When they see Malachi come tell y'all who I am, that's going to shut a whole bunch of motherfuckers up. When he tell y'all who Empress Redbird is, that's going to shut a whole bunch of motherfuckers up. Because ain't none of these motherfuckers when they got none of the political prisoners, none of the chiefs that's been held under COINTELPRO operation, ain't none of these naysayers did none of that work. So let them niggas figure it out. Fuck them. And that's my motherfucking statement on that. So peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that one.